Hello everybody, it's Janice, and I am back from Christmas. I've been having a wonderful Christmas time with my family and friends, and today I decided I really needed to do a video for you guys. I am making a few Christmas thank yous for, just mainly these are for family and friends right here. Well, who else is there? So, this is the original one I made. I purchased the wild card 2 for myself for Christmas when they were $29.99, and I am happy that I got it. I'm so glad that I did. The little sheep card. And if you've never seen this cartridge, you gotta check it out. It is really, really, really cool. So this is the card right here, the little sheep on page 32. And I cut everything out. I did not cut out the envelope yet. So there we go. This cartridge also has a font. So this is a very, very full cartridge. And I cut everything out at 5 inches. Okay, so it makes a nice size card here. So basically this is how it works. And then I used a old Pinkalicious, let's see, is it Pinkalicious? No, Punnylicious from my Pink Stamper. It was my original stamps that I bought from her a long time ago. So anyway, that's how it works. Okay, so let's get started. I also have this one. This was the second one that I made. I wanted to use pattern paper, and it's two-sided paper, but I decided I don't like all of that busyness. I mean, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I'm still going to use it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to add the bow. It doesn't really interfere that much with the wobbling, but it does a little bit, So let's get started on this card. Okay, so let's do this. This is the card part. Now, the most important thing that you have to remember with this is that this is going to basically this is the side that it cut on. I did use the Cricut Craft Room. My Gypsy, the layers don't work anymore on it, and I didn't think that was going to bother me so much, but I mean, it is really, really irritating, and I'm very impatient right now. I want my Gypsy to get linked to the Cricut Craft Room because I just want to use that exclusively, because really and truly, once you've used to using those layers, it's very hard to get away from that. And so I'm trying to be patient, but it's really starting to get on my nerves. So I hope that they get that working soon. I hope. I'm so thankful for all the work that they're doing and for bringing us the Cricut Craft Room. So I'm going to use my Score Buddy here for this, but it's really important that when you fold this part, that you leave enough room for this one to fold this way, okay, the fence. If you don't, it's not going to fold very nicely. Now, this does have those little nick marks there for you to know where to fold, but if you fold right on them, this doesn't fold very well. So I am not going to use that. Basically what I do is go a little bit to the left of it. So just going to go ahead and line it up. And what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to hide those contours, because like I said, I'm not really using them. So, but see, even that is going to be really close. Really, really close. What we want to do is leave just a little bit of that showing. Alright, let's see. Because if we don't score this paper, this is from Joann's. It's that basil shimmery kind of paper. I'm not sure if it's picking up. But if you don't score it, it cracks really badly because it's thick cardstock. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to score right there. And there. That works. Okay, and then there's those silly little little nick marks I don't like. Okay, now what I did with the fence was I ran it through a Paper Studio embossing folder. That's a wood grain one. And when you emboss paper, what happens is it basically like stretches it out so it becomes bigger than your layer. So see, now it doesn't fit exactly on here the way that it did at the beginning. So we're going to do a little bit of surgery on this paper to make it fit. And that's a good kind of surgery to make it work right. I'm going to use my Tombow Multi liquid glue, and I'm going to apply it to the fence part. It's good to use liquid glue when you're dealing with embossed images because there's so many grooves. You want something that's going to stick in those grooves for you. Now see how that just does not fit? So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use my scissor, I'm just going to cut very roughly so it just looks like it's part of the texture of the fence. Oops, and see, it already came apart over here. That's something about this embossing folder. It tears up the paper. And with the wood grain, I don't really care about that because, again, it just looks rustic and weathered the way a wood fence is supposed to look. So that doesn't really bother me. Okay. And then we're going to add this one on top. And voila. I need some glue here. So that was a great purchase. I really kind of, wasn't sure if I wanted that cartridge for a very long time. I bought it on one of the nights when we had a crop at Michael's. I do work at Michael's, and we have a crop once a month, and it was when those were on sale, and I bought it, and I started using it right away. That night I started using it, and I realized what a good buy it was. Okay, so there's my fence. Now we could leave it like that because it looks really cute. But what I want to do is I want to weather it a little bit more. And so what I did was I used my picket fence distress stain. You could use your marker as well if you don't have the distress stain. You could use the marker and do the same thing. Basically, you just run it, try to run it along the tops, but it seeps into the grooves anyway. This is the one I just made. It's still a little bit wet with stickle, so I didn't want to mess with that one. You want to shake it because it's just like the metallics. It's got the ball inside to get it to mix. So I'm just going to open this up and just try to just go along the tops. You gotta kind of start it again because it's, oopsie, that's like really painty. But the great thing about this picket fence is it's very translucent. So it goes on pretty, really, really white like that, and then it dries more translucent. That's how the distress stains are. They're very translucent. So see, you can see it right there just drying right before your eyes. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in, once it dries, we're going to come in with the walnut stain and hit the tops of all of those embossed areas just to bring that wood grain out. Okay, so we'll let that dry. And I got to get the phone, so stay tuned for part 2.